Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night Live with Traveling Chuck. Well, hope everybody's Saturday was going really well, or is going really well, and thought we'd discuss on the holiday cruises. And as everybody is aware, the Jubilee came into port on the 20th. That was rather exciting, even though we weren't able to be there to see it. We watched a lot of the live feeds and stuff, and it was really exciting. And in fact, we should be on it this time next weekend for the New Year's Eve cruise.
Should be in international waters by now.
Hopefully. Welcome, Cruise Vet and Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. Glad you guys could come in. And we've never been on other than a Thanksgiving cruise, we've never been on a major holiday type event like this, as far as like Christmas and New Year's Eve. So we're kind of excited for it, wanting to see what it's going to be like, but we have no clue what to expect as far as the decorations and stuff like that. The Thanksgiving cruise that we went on. Hello, Carnival Cruise Addicts. Welcome in. We have on the Thanksgiving cruise, we missed it just by a couple of days where they were going to be putting up the Christmas decorations and stuff. So that was a disappointment because we kind of wanted to see what it was going to be like.
Yeah, they were building it as we were debarking. So.
Yeah. So it was. Has anybody else been on a Christmas cruise or a New Year's cruise? And if so, we'd like to hear from you, see what you had to say about it, and kind of what we can expect. Especially with it being the Jubilee, we don't know. I mean, it's that we haven't been on a ship that big, so I know it's going to be pretty big. Quite crowded because it's going to be. I guess it's sold out. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. It was at one time.
It's real close. I know a couple of people have said they had to cancel their trip and they were disappointed about it, but for the most part it looks like it's going to be pretty full. Jennifer said earlier there's going to be, I think she said 10,000 people in port next weekend because we're going to be boarding our 6 plus, and then I don't remember who she said, whether it was Dream is also going to be boarding, so it's going to be quite a few. Hey Emily, welcome in.
Hey, welcome in. So, was anybody never done a holiday cruise? Okay, this New Year's will be. Okay, cool. That's good to know. So we're not going to be the only ones. But with it being the Jubilee and stuff like that, we're kind of excited. Of course, if I guess any cruise, we'd probably be excited because it being the New Year's cruise. Or holiday cruise.
Jennifer said she's been on a New Year's cruise before. It's lots of fun. So I'm excited. There's a lot of fun events and activities that are planned. I don't know that I'm going to participate in a lot of the events. I know they're dressing up for Roaring 20s for New Year's Eve. There's a big group of those that are doing that. And it's also formal night that night. So I'll probably just be in whatever I'll do my formal. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I have a sparkly shirt. I might wear it under a jacket because Jen said, I guess she's heard it's supposed to be cool and windy next time next week. So, yep. Yeah, he is. It showed a little bit of the sail away party. Got his picture made with the cruise director, so that's exciting. Oops.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to see a little bit of that. We're not sure who all was in the video with with the cruise director. You said you thought you saw the, what's her name? The owner or the
No, the
CEO?
CEO, yeah. Pretty sure it was her when she ran by.
Kendall Fire.
Kendall Fire, yeah. It's going to be exciting.
Yep.
I've not cruised with her yet. Sounds like she is lots of fun. So,
Well, did they?
just gonna dress regular for New Year's. Yeah, something comfortable and warm, apparently.
Yeah. You said Jen had been on a.
Jen's been on a New Year's.
Now, did they do any kind of fireworks or any?
Probably not, because they don't want to sink the boat. Ship, excuse me.
Yes.
I know, it's a ship. Yeah. Now, I wonder if they could do like a drone and do fireworks that way. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool to see if they could do that.
Because I know they're going to be doing the special menu and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Emily says when she saw the sail away party, it looked so crowded. Yeah, there's over 6,000 people. We saw a picture of Bill with Z. He made it on the cruise. He hadn't done anything too fun yet. They were still sitting and looked pretty calm, pretty sober. So that was good.
Yeah. And,
Cruise addicts, reminding people to give us a thumbs up. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please do.
Jennifer says, no fireworks, countdown on the Lido with free champagne. Okay.
Okay. That's.
I have to carry some pineapple juice and make me a mimosa out of that.
Yeah. That'd be a bad idea. And do they have, well, I guess the countdown is probably on the big screen.
Yeah. I wonder if it'll be current time or will it be the New York City countdown?
They stay on the, it'll be Central Time.
But I mean, the countdown itself, where are they going to show it out of? Is it going to be New York City or?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, we have it local here for, our town and stuff. Maybe it'll be Galveston News or something, or wherever we're at that point.
They'll just display a countdown. I don't know if they'll, because not sure if they can show it or not. I did the Oasis class last month. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be something. Last biggest one we've been on is the Horizon, and that's been a couple of years back. So, Emily, it's very good. I actually get that in the main dining room. I'll order pineapple mimosa for breakfast. They just kind of look at me. I'm like, oh, it's good. Jubilee looked massive next to the breeze. Yeah. It's going to be huge. Huge. So
yeah, I showed a couple people at work pictures that we had received when it pulled into port, and they couldn't believe how big it was, and kind of showed them about where we'll be in June, July, because we're going back on it in the last part of June, first part of July for a family reunion cruise.
Well, it started out that way. Now it's just one cousin and his wife and us. So
yeah,
but it's okay. It'll be good to get away from him, not away from him, away with them and enjoy them. They're down in Dallas-Fort Worth area. We don't get to see them very much, so
it'll make for a nice cruise.
Yeah. Passion guava juice mimosa. Now, I do like that juice.
Yeah.
So I bet that would be good. I've not tried that. I will have to keep that in mind.
Definitely.
Well, on the Jubilee, New Year's Eve, I guess we'll probably be in the main dining room that night and then go out and hit the Lido deck and watch the countdown. I know there's lots of things that are going to be going on in different areas of the ship. But,
oh, yeah. I imagine so.
And
that's the night before we actually go into a port.
So you won't be drinking. I'll take care of that for you. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll just make sure I drink very little, not too much.
Yeah. Emily says when she goes on the MSCC side, she'll have to ask for that. Do they have the passion guava juice there too, or is that just a carnival drink? I'm not sure. We haven't been on any other ships yet, so I don't know what the others have.
Right. I don't either.
Susanna says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
welcome in. Glad to see you. Merry Christmas to you also. And yeah, that's exciting. Kind of exciting being on that big of a ship. But I kind of, in a way, kind of sort of regret it, or not regret it, but have, I don't know what the word for it is, because it's going to be so many people. You know, we've seen some of the smaller ships when they've been jam packed, and how crowded it is. I can't imagine what it's going to be like with this big of a ship and having that many people on there.
I just figure the lines at Big Chick are going to be crazy. We might still be in line to get chicken by the time Jen and Andrew get on board. I told them I'd pick them up one if I need to, but
yeah, we can always do that.
Cruzette is still trying to book an excursion in Roatan. Well, if you go scuba diving, Tony's gonna go diving. They've got that one is the only place that offered it through Carnival. He's got some booked through the other ports from private companies and stuff. So
yeah, I managed to get a hold of some dive shops, and they're going to take me out and on 2 tank dives, and we should be back the way because everything they did is on their time, and we should be back about 2 hours before the ship's ready to depart. So that gives me plenty of time to get back from their ship to our ship.
Wouldn't it be a boat?
I don't know. According to my brother, it's not a ship. It's a boat. Or a boat. It's a ship, because a boat is a submarine.
No, a submarine is a submarine. Maybe Cruzette can fix this for us. Explain it.
Yeah,
because he was Navy vet.
He corrected us one time. Lisa accidentally said boat, and he was like, "Well, that's not a boat. That's a ship."
Jen says the lines look crazy when Bill showed them. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that, but maybe with all the walking and all the lines, we'll actually lose weight on this one. You know, I was like,
I could stand to lose a few pounds.
I said that'd be cool. I've never been scuba diving. Probably do some snorkeling. Yeah, I think you have to be certified
on
for
these
particular ones. So come on up. He's an instructor. We can.
Not an instructor, but I can assist instructors. Maybe someday.
Cruise Addicts agreeing with Jen here, so it's kind of crazy. So yeah, we've planned probably too much for this trip. We've talking to Jennifer about some stuff, and we're going to do some of the cooking classes, and I've signed up for several of them, and I'm just like, yeah, probably not going to do them after all, because there's going to be so much on the ship to do and to see, and having not been on it before, we did some of them on the Panorama, but we had been on it previously and kind of knew the layout of the ship. This one is going to be crazy different than any of them that we've been on.
Yeah.
So
I would like to see the behind the scenes on this one if they get it up and ever get it up and going, because I don't think they have it going yet. They said that would be later on down the road. But on a ship that size, I would definitely like to get that one. And if you haven't ever done the behind the scenes, that's really something fascinating, because they take you literally all over the ship and show you the different departments and how they work in conjunction with other departments. They also go over how they try to be as eco-friendly as they can. They don't dump anything into the ocean that isn't approved.
yeah, if that's something you want to do for the ladies, no skirts are allowed. You do have to wear closed-toed shoes.
Yep.
Can't sign up for it until you're on the ship, and you have to get to customer service and try to beat everybody else. It's a limited number of slots. They only do it one time per cruise, my understanding. No cameras, phones, any recording devices of any kind, because they do take you back into the engine room and all that. So they don't allow photography of any kind.
I think one of the things that really fascinated me was when they showed us how they did the laundry. When it came to the sheets and stuff like that, they have these huge washing machines, and they just dump it out into a cart and they wheel it over. And there's these two guys standing there, and they would feed the sheets. They'd stretch the sheets out and feed them in this machine, and it would go through this machine real quick. And it's super heated. It goes through the machine, and when it comes back out, it's all folded up. So they just have to sit there and stack them.
Oh, I need one of those.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Cruise X said they love the cooking classes. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. The pasta was out to die for. It was so good. It's already sold out on here, and I was going to talk to Andrew about this. I have the morning hustle class, and it's not even showing up as an option now. So I don't know if they've canceled it on their side, but it's still in my box. So I'm not sure about that. The bubbleheads and submariners call their subs boats when I was in. Yeah, I don't know what David did.
He tried to get on a sub, but he didn't pass the psychological test or something. I forgot what it was exactly. They gave him some sort of test, and after the test, they sent him home on leave for 30 days and had him come back.
Oh, wow. That doesn't sound good.
No, he couldn't understand what the deal was. I mean, it's been so long ago. I don't even know if I'm remembering it right, but it was, he tried to get on the sub, and just some sort of test they gave him, he didn't pass it. So he ended up staying on one of the surface ships. I forgot which one he was on.
The PT boat?
No.
I don't know any of them. Emily said she did scuba diving in Freeport, Bahamas. They just take you through a scuba course before they take you out. Now, they have some that are like beginner scuba classes, and they'll teach you some of the basics. And my understanding is they don't go very deep on those.
No, about 40 feet usually.
First time we went to Freeport, wasn't real impressed with it. And then we went back, and that's when we ran into a friend sitting on Lido. It was like, we looked across the room, it was like, Chris, and he's Lisa. And so then we started talking, and he told Tony that he had a dive booked. We had one booked through Carnival, and they canceled it right before we got on or something like that. So he thought, brought all this equipment, was so excited to go, and now it's been canceled. And Chris said, yeah, I've got this. So we called and got arrangements before we left port, and that's where he went shark diving. So kind of got him addicted to that. And I still will not do that. I don't even want to swim where they're around. So Jen says, I think they're rolling out prior to the cruise soon. They're trying it out now on the horizon. Jennifer, okay. What is that? Is that the behind the scenes deal? When did you do that? Was it on the Freedom you did it on?
Maybe.
I don't remember. We were on with them, so. Cruise Addict said that you'd heard that as well. Hashtag check. That should put your.
Yeah, that'll drop your link. If you want to promote your channel, drop your link. Is hashtag check.
Emily says, hello, Jennifer. How's Chloe? Cruise Fed's booked for the Bonsai Tapanaki. I'm sure I just totally messed that up. For the first night, and Rudy Seagrill on the second night. We're doing the steakhouse on the first night, and we have no other plans other than that, other than the cooking shows. And like I said, I'm probably going to back out of most of those. I'm going to go ahead and send him to the barbecue because, we're definitely going to use that around here. And then we have the pizza class, and I'm not excited about that. The sushi class, we'll probably stay in that one. And then, like I said, the morning hustle, which I don't even know what that is. And then the pie. The pie class is fun. You make apple pies, and that you can add the raisins or not. And then they will cook them and bring them out to you. They ask you where you're going to have dinner that night. And they actually show up in the restaurant at your table. So we had... we did the Italian the night that we did the pies. And then, so we were stuffed from, all the Italian food. And then they bring out these two pies, because you make your own pie, and it's What'd you say?
Each of you. So if there's 2 of you, you get 2 pies.
2 pies,
And
yeah.
they're-
What are they? 8-inch pies? That
Yeah.
was not 16 inches.
No,
Um,
they're regular size 8-inch pie.
Yeah, and they're full of apples, and we were like, please take this one back, and y'all eat it, and they wouldn't do it, so we ate 2 slices out of one, and just walked off and left them all sitting on the table. So, if we do the pie class, we'll have Jen and Andrew there with us, and Roosevelt, you're welcome to a slice of apple pie. Anybody else that's around,
anybody else?
Please have the pie. It's really good. I'm not a big fan of apple pie, but this was a really good recipe. So
yeah, because you make everything from scratch, the crust, you cook the apples, everything.
They bring everything pre-measured, so we didn't have to do that. We didn't have to slice the apples, but we did everything else. And the pasta class, you literally made, rolled out, cut, cooked, and then sauced the pasta, and it was good.
Yeah, it was. I was surprised.
This is Chloe is already asleep. She's had a busy week this week. It was behind the scenes she was talking about. Said Cruise Addicts loves the pizza class.
Really?
Well, maybe I can send Andrew with you on that, because I don't like pizza. One I had last night was not that great, but learn how to make them from scratch, fresh, good ingredients. It might be a little better than
I can
cardboard
learn how to roll
box.
stuff out. I can't ever get my dough to be even. It's usually this thick on one end and this thick on the other. So
you just have to roll it out a little more. Jen, I'm really glad he's doing well. Thanks. No. For 1, it goes out over the water. 2, it's a roller coaster. 3, I'm a big chicken, and I can't get him to do it. And he's not a chicken, but he said no. So I don't know. We'll see.
Is that the one where you got a pedal, or is that the one?
I don't know. It's the one. I know it's a roller coaster. It goes up and around and over the edge of the ship.
There was one I saw. I thought you had to pedal around, but that's not the one. That was somewhere else. But no, I hadn't really thought about that. I don't know.
I think you should. You're a daredevil. You go diving with sharks, and that should be simple for you. And you like roller coasters, so
yeah.
If they don't have a height limit.
The height limit's not what I'm worried about. It's the weight limit.
Yeah, I think you're fine on that too.
Yeah, I don't know.
But no, I'm a little too scared to get on there. Yeah, Andrew kind of wants to ride it. See, I can see that. He's kind of a daredevil too.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying the Bolt is so much fun. Or the roller coaster is not very long. I've heard that it doesn't last very long. Lots of people in line, and of course, there's one of the other ships that was on, and they said it kept breaking down. So that'd be my luck. Be up there hanging over the side of the ship, and it break down. So this had the pedal one. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun. They wouldn't let me take your GoPro though. Yeah, I don't know if it comes off and you're hanging over the edge, and then I can see people wanting to complain because they dropped it and it's at the bottom of the ocean,
or it hit somebody below them.
Yeah. I'm trying to write it. Well, if we know when, we'll record it for you, since you can't take your own recording devices on there. It's worth every penny. It's not very expensive, is it? Isn't it like $20 or $25, something like that?
I don't know.
I haven't really looked into it. Minimum height 4'3". Okay, maximum height 6'5". So see, you fit 6'5". You're not quite there.
Well, the height wasn't my concern.
Oh, it's $15. Lord,
that's not bad.
Not bad at all. Yeah. Probably have to keep your shoes on, so that might put you right at. You're fine.
I don't know.
All the walking you're gonna be doing right at the next to the last day, you'll be fine. Unless you soak up all the water while you're under, down there with a shark.
No.
Everybody's saying $15. That's a good price for something on a ship.
Yeah.
Can't play bingo for $15, that's for sure.
Yeah, but at least at bingo I'll win.
Well, yeah, you did once. But
Once.
how many times did we play it? I don't
True.
think you got the money back on what you won on all the times that we played.
Well, no.
But probably won't have time to do that. It's supposed to be a new show on the ship, so we'll probably check that out too. Never been to a piano bar. I might try that this time.
Yeah, we definitely have to try that.
Well, Emily, is it the length of the ride or just the thrill that you'll get? Excuse me, hanging out over the edge of the ship and looking down, and it's just water, 19 stories below.
Yeah, and I think too, it probably would depend on what the weather's like. If it's rocking and stuff, I don't know if they would let you go out there on that either.
Yeah, totally worth it. 2 laps and it's so fun. Now it's just over the back half of the ship, right? Just from there it is. If I move my head, there it is, right there. Back there by the whale tail.
Oh, okay.
See how it hangs over the edge right there? Yeah, no. Oh, there's lifeboats below. It might be all right. You bounce off of that. If you bounce in, you land in a hot tub or something. It'd be all right.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh, the view. Just being on the 19th floor is going to be hard enough for me. I bet the view is going to be amazing, but yeah.
What floor are we on anyway?
10th.
Okay, that's cool.
This time. This time, yeah.
And what about in June?
15th, maybe? We're right under the bridge.
Okay.
Literally. So I think it's the 15th floor.
That one there is going to be kind of an interesting room. I mean, on this one, we get to go, we'll be in the interior, but the one in June, July, is actually on the front of the ship. It's a front balcony, forward-facing balcony. And we've never stayed in that kind of a room before, so we're anxious to see what that's like. Definitely looking forward to it. Just wondering how that works. If you go to step out on the balcony, all that wind blowing in your face, are you going to be able to get the door open, or do they have something that assists you to get the door open?
I don't know.
I guess that we'll find that out.
I'm kind of sad though that the instead of having the glass where you can look down like you would on a regular balcony, they had like shutters. And I get that it's a windbreak and all that, and water break and stuff since it's on the front. Especially, did you see that cruise ship? What was it, in Venice or something like that? Yesterday they were talking about it.
Hit that rogue wave.
Massive wave and busted out windows and stuff. Woo! I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that was something else there. Looked like the whole front end of the ship went underneath that wave.
Yeah, from all the flying glass, it kind of yeah.
They said it busted out a bunch of windows and stuff like that on the front of the ship.
And stationary tables and chairs were moving too. I'm like, if it's stationary, how is it moving? Didn't really understand that.
No.
Cruise bed's gonna be on the 8th deck. All right, won't be too far from you. Are you gonna be on the front or aft? I think we're front on that one. Forward.
Yeah.
And then Jen and Andrew are more aft. Wow. $25 for bingo. I think it was $45 for us. Of course, you get 3 games and then extra cards. So it's $100 if we're both going to sit and play.
Yep.
As I said, we've played several times, and what'd you win? 500? Definitely didn't make it back. That's for sure.
500. Yeah, I got that was the blackout, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I know you were excited.
Yeah.
You used to play bingo with your mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every Tuesday night, somebody had to go with her to keep her in line.
This is not that bad. We had one. The cruise area is below. It can be loud. Yeah. Well. Let's see. Gonna ride the go-kart track on NCL Prima next month. Oh, now go-karts might be okay because
Yeah, but what if you go sliding off the side of the ship?
that's why they have walls over there.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you're not hanging out over the side on a go-kart. Okay, Jen's 12 aft. Okay, cabin is forward, I think. And that's right. And have words. The Havana area. I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
We were in the Havana once before on one of the ships, and then we never really took advantage of it. So we haven't done it again since then. There's one. Is that going to have the swings and stuff there out on the deck?
I think that's the one.
Some of them do, some of them don't. Well, if it's an interior, obviously not, but they have a little garden area and a swing out there. 12,483. Okay, there we go. Everybody knows where Jen's going to be. Not me, but I'll forget by the time we get on. Of course, I can look at the paperwork and still won't know. Jen, did you check your cruise Betty? The one, did y'all check your paperwork and make sure that your muster station's on there? I have not. Okay, it's an interior room. Okay. Well, we'll all meet on Jennifer's balcony. There's her room number right there, her cabin number, 12,483. Mimosas in the morning and daiquiris in the evening. We'll just tell Chloe she has to stay inside. Sorry.
Yeah, that was the letter we got from Carnival that some of the paperwork didn't print out right, and if it didn't have your muster station on there or the correct boarding time, not boarding time, but
final boarding.
Yeah, final boarding, that you needed to reprint it.
Okay, good. Your paperwork. I know it had my boarding time, and I'm pretty sure it had the final boarding, but I didn't even look at the muster station. I've already packed it, so I'm gonna have to go dig it out. Here's Will G.
Hey,
Good evening, Will. How's it going?
Thanks for coming
in. Jen's, yeah, there's on there. I haven't printed it. Yeah, I've printed it and packed it in the computer bag and forgot about it twice now today. I'll have to go pull that out in a little bit and look at it. Just to make sure everything's good. But I'm sure, I mean, you get on there and go, I don't have that. Where's my muster station? I'm sure they'll tell you. Yeah. Never really had a problem before.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. I know probably none of us here have the problem, but if you're a new cruiser and you happen to be coming across this video or something, make sure you go to your muster station right first chance you get. It's not that far out of the way. And they're not going to leave the port until you do. So don't hold up the ship and make everybody else have to listen for your final calls and this, that, and other thing. Because eventually they'll call your name out and tell you you need to come to your muster station. I don't know how many times that's happened. We've been delayed leaving because there's people that haven't gone to their muster station and they're waiting for them.
Andrew cut his hair and shaved his beard. Did he shave it all off or just trim it? Because I don't think I've seen him without a beard in years.
Yeah.
He'll probably go back and look the age he did last time. Okay, trimmed his beard. Okay, it's a lot shorter. Chloe was upset. Did she recognize him? Cruise vet, still need to book your parking too. Yeah, you need to probably need to get on that first thing tomorrow.
Yeah, especially with all those, I wonder if they've made any kind of like parking garages with all the.
Probably not. That'll be the last thing they do.
With the big increase of people that are going to be showing up there for the cruises and stuff, I wonder if they've made any accommodations for that.
Well, I don't know. We're flying in, and I think we're going to rent a car. Haven't done that yet either, so we need to do that. We just kind of thought about that a couple days ago, and then I wasn't in my office at work, so I didn't get a chance to get back to it, and I haven't done it when I've been home. So I'll have to get that done tomorrow. I'll take a nap before I go into work tomorrow. I work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. tomorrow into Christmas, so I'll have to do it either tonight or in the morning.
Right.
I want to call them first to make sure you can drop it off and they can get you back over there to the port. It's supposed to be at the port, but I've never seen a car lot. car dealership or rental place. I'm sure it's there close, but probably not close enough.
Maybe it's just, you just park it and call them, and they come get it. I don't know. Yeah,
Maybe.
we'll have to find out.
Libra car hosts $70. Uber about 35. So 70 for the whole week. That's not too bad.
Mm-mm.
Park it under a light, since you're kind of in that area where we're gonna be. Oh yeah, cruise day. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. What time are you boarding? Jennifer and them are a little bit later. We're scheduled between 10 and 10:30. That doesn't mean I'll get there that early, but figure Tony may go over and try to film a little bit in the morning, and then I'll have everything packed and ready for when he gets back, and just hop in and go, or he can drop me off with all the luggage and stuff. Okay, so 11:30. So you're right in between. So, all right. I think Jen's 12. Was it 12, Jennifer, when you're getting on? I can't remember. I've slept a little bit since we talked about it. I know it was yesterday.
Right.
Getting old. I'm excited. Maybe Bill will be getting off that morning, so maybe he'll be hanging out there in the parking lot, and we can run into him, high-five him before we get on.
Yeah.
Jen, since they're going to be a little bit later, they might pick him up and go to breakfast or something. Who knows? Okay, 11:30, same group. All right.
Okay, cool.
So y'all been talking. Well, that's cool. Well, the way things normally go when we do get an earlier time, it's usually an hour or two later before they start letting us on. So
yeah, it seems to be that way, except for the one in
Miami.
We actually got there an hour early, figuring they were going to make us wait, and they were like, "No, come on through."
Oh, I guess I'm failing at the mouse thing over here. Sorry. I'm reading it. I'm just not popping it up there. All right, 11:30. Everybody be on by 11:30. We'll save a table. We'll be up there around probably Big Chick. I mean, because we've all had those burgers. I don't know what you're going to want, but
I'm fine with the chicken. Excuse me.
Is it going to be like a Chick-fil-A chicken, or is it going to be like a Church's, the harder crust chicken?
I don't know. We'll find out. Either way, I like a chicken. And, it'll definitely be a change from the burgers, even though the burgers are good.
Oh, have you seen the French fries?
No.
Oh, I got to have some French fries. They have another little stand that has French fries, and they are like fully loaded. Yeah. Go get me a Big Chick, then go get some loaded fries, and then find a table. I'll even wait on my drink for that.
Yeah. Well, they'll be walking around. You won't have to wait much. They'll bring it to you.
Yeah, I don't want the fun ship, though.
We don't need any more glasses, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'll have my own cup. I'll have to stop and get me some of that juice. I think that's available. That passion juice. Oh, heartburn. So they have different kinds on different days? Is that what you're saying? Texas chili fries? I mean, that is going to be good, but
yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking
Texas
too.
Chicken, yeah.
Because we've always gone on there, got situated, and then hit the guy's burger joint. So Shaq's Chicken will be definitely a change of pace. And if we don't like it, we can always go over to the guy's burgers.
That's true. That's true.
Or order the deli or buffet or something else.
Yeah, probably not the buffet. But...
Oh, and Jennifer, we don't have the Vegemite for you after all.
I mean, was it Best Buy or Used Buy?
Best Buy.
Is it really going to make that much of a difference?
I don't think so. How are you going to tell if it's bad? How are we going to tell if it's gone bad or not, and as bad as it tastes?
Cruise Vet, have you had Vegemite? Oh, darn. I'll make sure and get another one. I'll try to get a longer expiration date. Not that we'll be cruising together, but get a chance to bring it down there. But, I mean, It might still be. I'll have to look at it and see if it's used by or Best Buy.
It's Best Buy.
Let's see if it's Best Buy.
Yeah.
We'll still bring it. Maybe somebody will be. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Okay, we'll put the lid back on it because it's spewing. Maybe. I can't get it back on. We'll have a Sprite volcano here.
Ah, hit the mic. Sorry about that, folks.
Wow. Hope they weren't wearing earphones.
No, they won't.
I was getting there.
Said no, he has not. He's haven't heard good things about it.
Well, we're not going to change your mind on that, but we will have some Best Buy November, so it won't be that far out. We might be able to share it. I mean, some crackers or.
Well, we're going back on the Luminosa in April, so I'm gonna give it one more try. I'm gonna try to have an open mind.
I'm not. I'm going to watch you. Watch you try it again.
Maybe they'll have some different flavors of it. Maybe that's the key. Who knows?
Well, I mean, they had different flavors in the store where I bought it, and I think I bought the one that I thought would be less odd. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I don't remember what the flavor was or which suitcase it's in. I know I came across it yesterday, but we'll bring it if y'all want to try it, and if not, I'm sure there's plenty of trash cans around. Yes.
Yeah, 31 days actually. But from April 1st to May 1st.
Yeah. Flying into Brisbane, and then 5 sea days. We'll hit Guam, and then a sea day, and then Naha, Okinawa, and then a sea day, and then
We'll start
Hiroshima, and then a sea day, and then Tokyo, and then a sea day, and then I don't know how to say it, Omori and Kushiro. Probably not anywhere close. Yeah. Those two will be back to back, and then it'll be like another 7 sea days or something to get to Alaska. And once we hit Alaska, it'll be
there's 3 ports.
Ketchikan, Anchorage, and Juneau.
And then one of the glaciers.
Yeah.
Actually, our daughter is coming over to take care of her. We've kind of got a deal going where I go over whenever they go on a vacation or something like that. I'll go over and stay with
their little
one of their dogs. She's got 3, 2 big ones and 1 little one, and the 2 big ones do not get along with the little one, and I will not watch the 2 big ones. So they will board the 2 big ones. I will watch the little one at their house, and she comes over and stays at our house and watches ours.
And no matter what she says, she loves her. So
yeah. Yeah, she's definitely got character.
Yes, lots of character.
If you've ever seen, she's
actually behaving. She went outside right before we started, and she's curled up in the chair over there, sound asleep.
Not in our lap again tonight.
Not yet, anyway. So we'll see how long that lasts. But
yeah, from being a rescued dog, anyway,
she has a forever home. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want one at the time, but oh well.
Yes, Jennifer.
Both. Yeah.
At least Kelly doesn't snarl when you stroke her hair or something. Touch her on the arm. She doesn't jerk back. Dory's very sensitive with her front paws, and we don't know why. What happened before we got her? She got them long bony legs and long bony fingers, and boy, she does not like them to be touched. So,
yeah. And what's funny with her too is that you can be scratching her ear and she'll start growling at you to let you know that she doesn't like it. But as soon as you quit, you set your hand down, she'll take her paw and reach out and grab your arm or your hand and pull it towards her. And you start scratching her again, she'll start growling, you quit, and she reaches out and pulls it towards, like, you don't know what she wants. But she had, like I said, she definitely has a personality of her own.
Yeah.
Never had a dog like that before, but I'm glad we got her, or that we kept her.
Yeah. Cruise Vet, I hear there's still openings on the Luminosa if you want to go try it out. Don't take ours and Bill's word for it. We hear they've made some changes and supposed to be a little bit better than what it was last year. 30 Day on Princess.
Yeah, some of the people on the Facebook page have said, because that's one of the comments I made was about some of the problems we ran into last time. And they were like, no, they've made a bunch of improvements. So I got my fingers crossed that it's not near like it was last time, because I kid you not, they'd have towels all over the floors. They had wet floor signs everywhere because there was some sort of leak
You're constantly
on the
squeegeeing.
Lido deck somewhere. And, actually a couple of them, in where the main buffets and stuff were, and the doorways, they had towels and everything like that because there was water constantly running out of somewhere. Ice machines didn't work. And so they were having to bring out ice and put them in little plastic bins.
It was a Sonic ice too. It was really good ice.
Yeah.
So that was okay. I was all right with that. Well, Cruise Vet, keep watching, because Bill said he wasn't getting it. I guess he booked another cruise with family, and then he got the offer on that one, $100. Ours is $100 for a balcony for the whole 31 days. So where they get you is those
port fees and gratuities.
The gratuities. It's almost $1,000 for gratuities for the 31 days.
Yeah. But
still,
when you consider all the different places that we'll be hitting, that's not a bad. All the food's included and stuff like that. So even if the ship isn't fixed up like everybody said, it's still going to be okay, because we'll get to visit all these different places for.
Yeah, I've never been to Japan, so I'm real excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Never been to Guam either, but real excited about Japan. It's supposed to be the beginning of the cherry blossom season, so definitely want to see that. In Hiroshima, in Naha. Oh, I've booked I want to say a cave. It's not a cave. It's kind of a cave. We're going below ground. Anyway, where the Japanese soldiers were in the movie.
Hacksaw
Ridge, yeah. So that'll be kind of cool. I just hope I don't get down there and get claustrophobic. For the most part, I'm not, but a little nervous. Guam's super nice, super hot, similar to Hawaii.
That's one place that I haven't been, is Guam. We had my dad was stationed in Okinawa for 6.5 years, and when he went over before us, and when we flew over to catch up with him, we had layovers in Japan and Hawaii. But as far as being able to visit and tour there, now, so the last cruise, the 22-day cruise we went on, we actually got off the ship in Hawaii and stayed there, as opposed to coming back to Seattle. I figured, why spend 5 days on the ocean on a ship where you're kind of confined, or spend a few days in Hawaii and get to see things. And we still ended up getting back before the ship did.
Yeah.
We were home before 1 or 2 days before the ship even docked.
2, yeah.
And, the flights were like a couple $100 more from Hawaii. At that time, it was from Honolulu to here, as opposed to Seattle from here to here. There wasn't a whole lot of difference in the price of flights. So I was like, why not stay there? And then I'm kind of excited. I'll admit I'm excited about going back to Okinawa because we left in 74, either June or July of 74. I was 13. And we will be going back to Naha in April of 24. So it's going to be basically a 50-year reunion.
Yeah. And we're going to be there most of the day, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have time to go do so. I doubt if we'll have time to get to the base or anything if we're doing the excursion, but
that was one of the things I kind of wanted to do, was to go see if there was a way we could get on base and go visit our old house and stuff, because I was able to pull it up on Google Earth and I found it. I found the house that we lived in for 4.5 years. I found the schools that we went to, and they're all still there. I mean, Bob Hope Elementary. We live not too far from that. Of course, the landscape has changed and they've added more housing and stuff. But I mean, I showed her a picture, was able to zoom in on Google Earth, showed her the sidewalk leading up to our front door that we stayed in on base.
Yeah.
But
I just can't imagine they'd let just random strangers, not like you have the card,
yeah,
the ID card still after all these years. And it probably wouldn't even be legit now at this point, because I know the ID numbers, and they have DOD numbers now instead of socials and all that stuff is what I've been told. I'm not sure. So he stopped in Okinawa once and he was there for a few days. It's pretty scenic from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks like it is going to be. I'm just impressed with the size of the island, how it's long and skinny, and it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we just, as a kid, you never really take stuff and think about stuff. We were told that the island itself is only 72 miles long, and at its widest point, it's only 5 miles wide. Which, when you think about 5 miles, that's not very, very wide. And so whenever we had typhoons hit,
That's from here to Walmart.
Yeah,
That's about 5 miles. That's crazy.
And 72 miles, we drive that in a couple of days. I mean, when we went to
I did that for work.
Yeah.
Almost a round trip.
But it was pretty cool over there from what I remember.
Well, hopefully, the excursion's only about 4 hours or something like that. Maybe we'll have time to go do something. I mean, if nothing else, maybe we'll be able to take a bus around or something. And there's no excursions planned at all in Guam or Tokyo or Juneau even at this point. Carnival's not done anything, and we're not that far out. So kind of wish they would get on with it if they're going to.
Yeah, and then after that, we got the Jubilee again in June.
And that's it for us. We don't have anything else booked right now.
Yeah.
Well, I just took on a new job, and I don't know how fully staffed, counting me at 6 people, it's going to be kind of hard to maintain and be gone that long. She said I already had it planned and everything when I got the position, so she's going to let me go, and I'm thankful for that. So.
Yeah, and then I'll be out of leave, so I can't do anything until I build some more leave back up.
Yeah, it's going to be cutting it close going in July.
Yeah, I may have to use a couple of sick days to cover it.
Yeah, something.
That's the one thing I do have plenty of is sick days.
I'll get it figured out. July 4th is on a Monday or Tuesday, something like that, so I have the weekends and then still have to come up with 4 days in there. So I'd loan you some, but can't cross agencies like that. So
that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any other cruises that are coming up that they want to share, or group cruises that they want to announce? Or If so, feel free to pop them down in the chat section and we'll highlight them. But no, that was.
Well, I'll try to anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not real good at this whole mouse thing just yet.
Yeah, we're still learning.
We're
still learning. It's a learning process. And but
if y'all hadn't seen them, Dory is apparently our internet sensation. She is, just sits there and growls or shakes at the vet's office, and the internet loves her. So
yeah, I can't believe that one where I did a short on her for when she was at the vets. And that thing has just been, I mean, granted, it's not going viral or anything like that, but when I go to the analytics, her, anywhere from 20 to 40, and that thing's solid all the way across. And it's all on that one. I mean, I just wish I could get some watch hours for it, but.
Have to get some location videos to match all that. Jennifer says she has just a couple of cruises booked.
Just two? Okay.
Just a couple, yeah. The cruise vet's got Prima next month, the Dream in October, Utopia in September, and the Jewel. Almost the Jewel of the Nile. Jewel of the Seas in December. That was a pretty good movie, nice. Jewel of the Nile. It kind of threw me off there. That's awesome. I guess we only have 3 because we're doing 4 and 1. Still can't believe we're doing that much. Doing another one like that.
Yeah.
It's all right, though.
Well, supposedly we heard from a couple of people on the first one that once you do a long one, you get hooked. But I don't know.
I don't know. We've never done less than 7 days. And, it's just not worth it as far as we have to travel to do 4 days. It takes 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back, and it's only 4 days. Our daughter likes to go to Disney and they drive it, and it's a solid 2 days drive. And then by the time you get there, you're exhausted, and you only spend 3 or 4 days, and you have to turn around and drive back, and you're done for a week. And I just don't want to do that. And maybe if I lived in Galveston, I could hop on and go to Cozumel for the weekend or something. That'd be one thing. Or, I would never do it. But if I lived in California, I probably wouldn't live there. But hop on and go down to Puerto Vallarta or something like that over the weekend. That'd be okay. But, when it's 8 hours one way drive time, it's just.
Yeah, if we lived on the coast, that might be a little different, or a lot closer.
Retire and get a job at Carnival and just
it's a thought.
Carry the luggage in or check tickets. Okay, welcome aboard. Have fun. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Spend a little more time. Sand and sun. That would be great. Yeah. Flying's a little bit harder because you have to limit what you can pack. I'm sitting here thinking, you asked me how much luggage we were taking. I was like, probably 1 big each and 1 carry-on, and then the laptop backpack. And then I got to thinking all the stuff for the gift exchange I'm going to do. I'm going to have 1 suitcase just for that. So what I ordered is a little bit heavier than by the time I get them all packaged. I don't want my suitcase. It's always pretty close anyway. I don't want it to go over, and it's why we fly Southwest, so I can have 2 of them. That would be great. Work as a lifeguard on a cruise ship. Be tan in the water all the time. See the world. That'd be great. Oh, she heard us talking about her. Here she comes. How's the water in Hawaii?
It was good. I did a night dive, and it was nice.
Yeah. Waikiki seemed kind of rough. North Shore seemed rough. Waikiki was okay. Fortunately, I never made it to the beach. I can't believe that 3 days and I never made it to the beach, other than we took a 16-stop trip around the island and
That
saw
was-
some stuff. That was pretty cool.
Up until the bus broke down.
Oh, well, yeah. But, I mean, it was more together time, right? And then we went to God, words are hard tonight. The base. Yeah. In Hawaii. Where do we go?
The base. Oh, you're talking about Pearl Harbor?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking of trying to figure out the name of a.
Yeah, we kind of spent the day. Thank you, Jennifer. You know my brain doesn't work, especially this late at night. Yeah, we took a day and did that, and then you did the night dive the first night we were there, and then pretty much after the 16-stop trip, of course, we hit the pineapple plantation, we hit the coffee bean plantation, we hit the macadamia nut plantation. There's a lot of places. It was a lot of fun. They drove by and showed us some celebrity homes and stuff like that too. And
Yeah.
she's like, I'm cold, Daddy. It was good. So,
She's
Emily wants
headless.
to know.
She's headless.
Good. Emily wants to know how scary was the night diving.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't near as bad as the night dive in the lake. I got my night dive specialty, and we had to do so many night dives in the lake that we did the specialties in. I kid you not, the water was so thick with algae that if you got more than 2 or 3 feet apart, even with a flashlight on, you couldn't see the other person. You couldn't tell where they were at. We had to actually hold on to some people. Lisa was up on the bank, and when we came up the boat ramp, we were in about 2 to maybe it was 4 foot of water before she could start seeing our flashlights. That's how thick. I mean, it was kind of a bad place to learn how to do night dives, or to do the night dive specialty.
The water was kind of cloudy anyway, wasn't it? So.
But in Hawaii, I got to see what they call a slippery lobster as well as a green eel. The slippery lobster, when I got back on the boat, I had to ask the boat captain what that was, and he was like, "Oh, that little cockroach-looking thing." I said, "Yeah, that." And he says, "Oh, well, that's a slippery lobster." And apparently, he said those are the best eating lobsters out of the entire lobster family. He said, but they can only harvest or hunt them or harvest them or whatever a certain time for a couple of weeks out of the year. But he said they actually have the sweetest meat. But it was pretty cool. It was.
Yeah, y'all got a late start going out there too, didn't you? The dive master had an emergency, and they had to call somebody else in, and just was not off to a good start. No. So,
and then on top of that, 2 of the people that were on the dive, 2 of the 4 people that were on the dive had just gotten certified, so they had never been on a night dive before. Which
I could see that could kind of throw a wrench into things.
It did a little bit.
Emily said that's some thick water. Yeah,
it was.
There's Jennifer. All right, cruise vet. Cooking up ham tomorrow. Daughter and fiance are coming in for Christmas Eve. Where are they coming from? Where do they live? Are they down in Central Texas, or I guess they're close? Hopefully they'll get to stay more than just Christmas Eve. I'd love to learn to scuba dive. Just need to figure out where to go and just go do it. Need to do it.
Yeah, it is a fascinating hobby to have. I mean, all you really have to do is get a hold of your local dive shop, and they will offer what they call a Discover Scuba. If you've never done one before, and that's usually at least up here, what they charge like $30, and they kind of let you give you some basic information and have you play around in a scuba dive in the pool just to see what it's like. And I mean, you might be surprised. There's places that they go scuba diving at. Because like we've got several lakes around here. The shop that I'm associated with won't dive in a couple of them because they have something. Some of the lakes here have what they call zebra mussels, and they don't want to take the chance of contaminating other lakes with them because they're an invasive species. And so they try to stay away from any lake that's known to have those in them. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I wonder how, was it red tide or something like that, Jen, that you have down there, how that would affect. I mean, if you're out in the water, getting in, getting out, not coming up on shore, I don't know how that would affect anything.
Oh, they live out by the Huntsville area. Well, that's cool. We know where that's at.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Family not too far from there.
Actually, I do have on my channel, I have a couple of videos of the night dive. If you want to check it out and see what we saw and what it looked like.
Intro to flying lesson, the book through Groupon. It's pretty cool. It only costs about $50.
That's cool.
I haven't seen Groupon in a while, but we've bought several things off of there in the past. I just haven't thought about it.
Yeah. It's a good place.
I need to get back into that. Yeah, there's a lot of good information and stuff on there. And you can also, if I'm not sure where you live, I know you're not far from Galveston, but you could probably go on and search that area, not necessarily where you live, but because I've seen stuff for other states and stuff that we were going to visit. You go in and search, like when we were going to go to Florida, I was searching what to do down around there. And then the last few times I got emails from them, it was still saying, giving me ideas in Florida. I'm like, I'm not in Florida. Give me something closer to Oklahoma. Or some flying. I'm okay once you're in the air. I can't imagine being in the front and seeing the ground getting closer to you and all that. It's bad enough on the side of the plane, sitting behind the wing watching it, But I'm a chicken. We've already talked about that. So, 2 pools before going out in the ocean, Second pool is much deeper. Probably get you used to going out there. There was actually a lady that was with them last weekend, weekend before last, whenever it was, we went to New Mexico. And it was, I don't know that much about it, but I'm worried about her because she was wanting to learn before she went out of town. And I just hope she's comfortable enough when she gets out in the ocean that's not going to be too scary. I don't know. I don't like not being able to have my feet on the ground. So
yeah.
If I ever do it again, I have to redo the whole course. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the things I got lucky at when I got certified. We had over on Okinawa, you could go with NAUI, PADI, YMCA, or it seems like there was one other one. And what was weird is it was my dad, my sister, and my 2 brothers. And my 2 brothers went with NAUI. My sister, my dad, and I went with PADI. With NAUI, you had to get recertified every so often. With PADI, once you're certified for life. And so when I took like a 30-year break, I was able to just go in there and rent equipment. It wasn't a good idea, but I started diving on the cruises, so I got a little bit, and then took a refresher course, even though I didn't have to. I just thought it would be wise. Plus, she kind of encouraged me into doing it. And
you always talked about how much you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
At that point, our first cruise, we'd been married for 25 years, so I knew it had been at least that long. since you'd been. And,
Yeah, the equipment had changed.
You want to do it, go do it. I mean,
But,
try to be encouraging. Sometimes I'm sure I'm annoying, but look at you now, all the certifications you have, and I still sit on the sideline and just watch.
It's just a whole nother world down there. You get to see things.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and I see it when you record it and bring it back to me. So, so you got to fly over Lake Conroe.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Isn't that where Dave and them live? Conroe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, familiar with that. Jen says, super cool. Emily knew she'd like diving because she loves snorkeling.
Yep. That's how I got started.
I love the water too. I just can't swim to save my life or anybody else's. So I just kind of sit there and we were in Florida and they all jumped out and were snorkeling and stuff. And I just kind of got in, got my feet wet, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to get back in the boat. And then when they were actually out in the water, I just sat there on the shore and I was like, oh, look, a crab. There were little bitty sand crabs that would kind of come up and then go back down all around me. And I'm like, I don't know if I should be sitting here. Where are these guys going? What are they going to do? So, you enjoy your part of it. I enjoy my part. I don't like going out there jumping in the waves and thinking the undertow will bring me back. And so I'm more the sun. Just put me in the sun and I'm happy. I'll get out in the water to get wet, to get back up there to bake a little more. That's the life right there. Just as long as I don't look like the lady on that There's Something About Mary where she's all shoe leathery and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to get that bad. I do want that color tan, but I don't want to be leather. So, my opinion, you really have to love the water to try scuba diving. Well, and you have to not be scared of everything.
Yeah.
And I know to my strength, I would not be able, just lowering the tank down to him. There's been a few times we have an above ground pool and he'd rent a tank to get in there and clean it at the first of the season. And I'd put it down over the side to him or try to lift it back up. And I just barely get, hold it. And he has to get underneath and push it up onto the deck. And I'm just like, yeah, there's no way I can't even get me out of the water on the side of the boat, much less lifting all that, carrying all that with me and stuff. So I just kind of know my limitations and that's one of them. So I'll just sit in the sun and watch you go play. And even in Costa Maya, I don't have an excursion. And since he's going to go diving, I don't know, maybe I'll go sit on the boat out there. I did that in St. Kitts.
Yeah.
Just sat on the boat. I just enjoyed that. Watched for whale and dolphin and turtles and stuff. And I probably had as much fun as he did, and he was all underneath. See, he likes snorkeling. You're not a big fan of snorkeling, are you?
I'll do it if I can't scuba dive.
You can't scuba dive? I tried to get him to go snorkeling in Hawaii or in Alaska, and he said absolutely not. So I won't go diving there either.
Why go snorkeling if you can go scuba diving?
I mean, I told you could go do that, and you said no. So I think the water's too cold or something. I mean, it can't be that much colder than it was in New Mexico.
Yeah, water was 62 degrees. It's where we went is the water. It's they said it's real similar to an artesian well. It's just basically a hole in the ground where it's 81 feet deep and 64 feet across. And it's got like 3,000 gallons of water per minute running through it. And that water is extremely clear. Last year when I was out there, I was down 81 feet. And I could look up and see the trees hanging over the opening of the water, of the hole. I mean, it's that clear.
Cruise Vet, I think we have the anytime dining.
Yeah.
Because I know Jen and Andrew were wanting to do some specialty dining, and if you have the set time dining, it caused a problem or something. And so they had that, and we had the late dining for some reason. And I was like, can we just do the anytime? Because, you know, if our dining time is 6 o'clock and we don't get back on the ship until 6:30 at one of the ports, you know, you kind of missed it. So I just prefer the anytime. You know, you can go when you're hungry, when you're ready. What do you have? Are you anytime as well? We can all get that for dinner. Yeah. We're probably going to get that little family plan, the $5 deal. So make sure that, you know, we connect and we can all go to dinner one night. That'd be great. Or every night. I mean, I'm not going to control your cruise, that's for sure. But, you know, more than welcome to join us when we go to dinner.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun.
He's doing anytime. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, anytime.
Yep.
Yay, we can all go to dinner together. Oh, hey, sorry. Yeah. Here. Failing on the mouse again. Emily said it's colder. The lower you go, the colder the water is. Yes. There we go. Anytime. Let me catch up. Jennifer, yes.
Yeah, sounds good. Where'd we hear that before?
Man. I suck at this working the mouse thing. You hold the dog, though. We're good.
My hands are tied.
When they took us out in the ocean for the first time, we were out and we still could see the sun and the sky over through the water. That was cool enough. Yeah, I can imagine that's pretty awesome because I can, you know, standing on shore looking down at Blue Hole. I don't know, is it, excuse me, some kind of cage or something, guy, or is it just
no? It's a platform at 20 feet.
Yeah, and that was showing up in the videos that I took that haven't been posted yet.
I'm still working on it.
Still working on it. Yes. I'm sitting next to people, you know, and
yeah, it beats sitting down to a group of strangers that make you feel like you're non-existent.
Yeah, we've had that on a couple of cruises. And that's okay. We just enjoy our own company. Yeah. Yeah. Just don't snap. One.
Oh,
Please don't do that.
We'll have to tell you that's a long story. We'll have to tell you about that on the ship.
God. Yeah. Do you follow cruise rules? That's another question we should know beforehand. Also, went to Canada in 2019, we not have any problems whatsoever. That's cool.
Yeah.
Guard your bread from Chloe, cruise vet. That youngin', she likes her bread. Likes her pizza. Better not get between her and the pizza either. If I saw you guys, I would say hello. Just saying hi. Yes, hello. It'd be great if we could all
we'll
get on a cruise at some point. Have to start looking at the group cruises and stuff a little more seriously. Haven't done any, didn't know people that were on them, and so I was like, yeah, not my group. Sometimes people are friendly and want to make conversation, and other times people just looked at me. Yeah, it's like they could see my crazy, and they were just like, I ain't talking to her. Yeah, the girl. We've not done that.
What?
Cruise solo. We've always, he said I could do the July. I could go on the July with just me and my cousins, and we didn't know if he was going to have the leave to take off or whatever, but hopefully he'll be able to go with me. And we do separate things sometimes on it, and he goes and does his diving, and I'll go watch whales or something, you know. Yeah, we've had a few people that been very interesting. The one guy who wore his kilt every night, same shirt every night to dinner for 7 nights. And that's fine. And he was comfortable in that. And boy, he loved his banana split too.
Yeah, that was what he ordered for dessert every night. Was every banana split.
And we love bread, love pizza. Watch out. Oh, there you go. Chloe's going to have some competition for that pepperoni pizza. At least if we all bust out our cameras, that's true.
Right.
That is true. He'll share his bread. That's cool. I'm not a big bread eater. I understand that.
Yeah. I'm trying to cut back on that.
Yeah, but those with the little sunflower seeds and the cranberry, man, those are good. They need to bring a whole basket of that for our table. That's the best ones. Unless we're having soup. If I'm having broccoli cheese soup, then I want the French bread. But other than that, and it's just to dip it in. It makes it taste better. I don't eat bread just by itself.
Right.
Chili Cruises. Oops. Okay. Chili Cruises have a solo group that goes cruising with solos. Well, that's cool.
That's cool.
It'd be interesting if there's a cruise ship that's just solo cruisers and have the more single cabins. I don't know. Also, yeah, I stay behind the camera most days. I can't believe I'm doing this. Looking back at our family pictures, I don't have a lot of me in it.
No, sure don't.
Yeah. He used to call me the happy flasher, just like his mother would take a lot of pictures. But, when it comes around to looking back over the history, you have lots of pictures to look at. So, see, I'm more of chip and salsa. Well, if I could have chip and salsa in my meals, well, I should say it depends on the salsa. We have a place up here called Ted's Escondidos, and boy, coworker used to tease me about needing an IV with that salsa because I would eat probably 3 or 4 bowls. Right. Whenever we went out with the boss, she would like, "Can I have an extra cheese? Just give her my salsa." And I'm like, "Yes, please, thank you." And bring me another one while you're at it. I'll start with these 3 and go from there. Yeah, you wait and see, Jen. You wait and see. She's making fun of me, happy flasher. I don't use a flash much anymore, but yeah, definitely. At least it's cruise vet. You can contact him for solo cruising.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that was actually got that from my dad, and that's what he called my mom because she was constantly taking pictures.
Cheddar biscuits are good. That's probably why. Those are very good. I just like picking the top off, the cheddar and the butter and the crispy bottom, and give him the center of it, though. Unless I'm eating soup, then I want the center of it. I want the hard stuff. Yeah. It'll be fun. Can't wait. I'm ready to get on. See, never done New Year's, never done Christmas, never been on there for Christmas decorations. I'm excited to see all that. We did see the Halloween skeleton guy on one of the cruises we were on. It was kind of
Skeleton Jack, or
it wasn't Jack Skellington. It was more Skellington Jack. So, little odd looking guy, but we've been on for one Thanksgiving. We did a couple of Valentine's cruises. Our anniversary's in February, so that's usually when we cruise.
Yeah.
And then I guess Thanksgiving's the only major holiday we've been on.
Mm-hmm. And that did not go well.
Well, I mean, it was all right. It's what we make of it. We did our best to stay away from the trouble, and it's the best way to do it.
Let me rephrase that. The cruise went well. There was a lot of parents that didn't bother to watch their kids that bothered us because they were. I mean that. They were kind of running up and down the hall at the middle of the night, knocking on doors where signs said "Do not disturb." They'd run up there, knock on the door, and run off.
Tearing down decorations.
They trashed out one of the elevators so bad that they had to shut it down so they could clean it. So it wasn't the cruise itself that went bad. It was the behavior of some of the kids that.
Just some. But, yeah. Just take care of them.
So I sailed with the Dream right before Christmas. That was the closest I've been to cruising on a holiday.
The Dream is a nice ship, too.
Mm-hmm.
We've been
Yeah.
on that one a couple of times. Missed the holidays, so I'm excited to see. Hopefully, the Christmas decorations will still be up on this one. If not, we'll just have to book a Christmas cruise and see, so I can see the Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
I know it was a big old tree that they were putting up as we were getting off. But it was the Thanksgiving cruise we were getting off. We were hoping they were going to decorate beforehand, and like everybody else puts their tree up the day after Thanksgiving. We were kind of hoping they'd do that, but they didn't. So
No.
we didn't get to see them. And I will say, for Thanksgiving, I mean, we're from Texas, so the turkey and dressing definitely, yeah. It's not the best stuffing I've ever had. Stovetop leaps and bounds better than, but that's okay. It was 7 days not at work, so
Yep. That's the way.
it's all in how you look at it. I ate the turkey, did not eat the stuffing. I was at the store yesterday though, and I was looking at the black eyed peas and thought, oh man, I hope they have some black eyed peas for New Year's.
I'm sure they will.
Oh, what did I do? Hit a button. Yeah. Some of those traditions, you smiling for the camera, Dory? You saying hello? She's just kind of like, quit touching me. She does more of a moan than a growl. And she'll start as a growl and end with a moan, and just kind of crazy.
I like cruising out of Galveston this time of year. The cold rain and fog reminds me of my Navy days. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and it was real foggy this morning.
Oh, it was? I didn't.
Yeah, Bill posted a picture, and I was like, I hope y'all get to leave on time. It's the coming back in, I think, is more the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long has it been since you were in the Navy? My cousin, actually, that we're going on the cruise with in July, he's retired Navy, but he's been retired for, God,
Years.
How long we've been up here? 25. So, I guess he's been 20 years retired at this point.
Yeah. David's been longer than that.
I know he was on the USS Kitty Hawk. He was in Sicily, stationed out of California. I don't remember. I don't remember where else he was. But he discharged here at Oklahoma City, and I'm like, you do know we're landlocked, right?
He retired in 2015.
20 years ago. Okay, good.
That's good.
Yeah, I got the pension. Sorry, medically retired, but don't be mean. I can't remember when he retired. I mean, y'all, I guess, could have. At 15, you're at 20 there, probably crossed about 10 years or so. So I'm sure I have a picture of him, if nothing else, on Facebook. I'm sure y'all might know each other. She's so silly.
Yeah. We've been on for about an hour and a half.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun with friends.
Yep.
Jen's been awful quiet tonight. I wonder if she fell asleep since Chloe's asleep.
Yeah, probably.
Been a minute.
She's starting to get heavy. I can't. I'm getting to where I can't hold her any longer.
Well, she ain't gonna like that.
No. But,
well, y'all, Cruise Vet, you said you're cooking ham tomorrow. The rest of y'all, you got your baking done, ready for Thanksgiving, or ready for Christmas. I bet Z's in his cabin. Probably.
No. You said you were cooking ham. Are you cooking it or smoking it, or? Oh, she's going to
Oh,
pick it down.
no.
Oh, no.
Waking her up to get her in the car. Oh, she'll go back to sleep. But then when you get back, she'll be awake for the rest of the night.
Yeah, that's usually, I remember.
Dad had to work tonight, so I texted him earlier and said, "You at home?" And like 45 minutes later, I got a no. I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's right. He had to work tonight. Sorry." I'll have him go in and cancel those cooking classes for me. Yeah, I bet Bill's in the casino
Probably. That's
having his,
paying for his next cruise.
yeah. Anxious to hear how the casino's paying out. I may save some money and not go in there myself much.
I don't know. The ham is pre-cooked, so okay. Sounds good.
Sounds like a really good meal. Green bean, corn, mashed potatoes, gravy. Oh, peach pie.
Mm.
That sounds good. Her daughter's bringing the rolls and the funeral potatoes and something else. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my hand at smoking the ham. And are we gonna do the turkey breast again this year? Or?
Yeah, the boneless this time.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do what they call a double smoked ham and do the turkey breast on the smoker also. See how it turns out.
You put the deviled eggs out there if I let you.
Yeah. I did the bacon. It turned out real well.
Oh, bacon out there is really good. Bacon's real good out there.
Yep. Just have to make a glaze for the ham.
Hopefully here in a few days we'll be able to smoke some cheese.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get that out. I have a coworker that's brought him some to smoke, and then he's going to do some for his employees.
Yeah, normally I've been able to do some this time of year, but it hasn't been. Temperatures haven't been cool enough. Maybe they have, but I prefer to smoke the cheese when it's in the 40s or 30s. In the upper 50s and stuff, it just seems like it gets a little soft.
And yesterday it was almost the 70s, so.
Was it
accidentally, huh?
Accidentally.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when it comes early. I mean, you can't sit there and stare at it. You could, like, cut the tape right on the edge, peek, and then tape it back and go, no, I didn't unwrap it. True statement. It wasn't unwrapped.
And it works. I did it once as a kid. Only once.
Only once, because you got caught?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As soon as I got it taped together, before I could get it pushed back under the tree, my parents walked in. What are you doing? I was like,
just shaking it. See if it rattles. You look scared. Why are you scared? Oh, okay. Is that right?
Yeah.
His mom used to make fruit cake. I don't know. Do y'all do fruit cake? His mom used to make them and mail them out, and that was something we look forward to every year. And she wrapped it in sherry? No. Brandy.
Brandy. She'd wrap it in a cheesecloth and soak it in brandy and then seal it and send it to us. And we could let that thing age for, I don't know. We had some of the cheesecake fruit cake that was a couple years old, and it was still really good. It was a huge box. And it didn't have. Well, it didn't have a name on it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful, right? Make sure who it is and it's safe. We knew we weren't going to get his mom's fruitcake this year, so I found the Collins Street Bakery. Oh, you can't see it. The Collins Street Bakery at the grocery store up here. So I was telling Tony, growing up, our neighbor would buy one of these for us every year. And he would always bring it in and visit with the parents, and just kind of brings back memories. So I don't know if you can see it this way or not. Oh, there it is. Collins Street is actually located down in Texas, and it's been around for as long as I have. So it was always a good one, and I'm excited to cut into it. Of course, I always picked the pecans off of it, and that was my extent of fruitcake until his mom's. So we'll see how this goes. We're probably not going to open it up because I have a couple of other desserts and stuff. And today I made spicy pretzels and Chex Mix and Hello Dolly cookies. I tried that again. Every time I've made them, all three of them, they've not turned out. So I doubt if we'll open this until after we get back from the cruise.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to pick up some rum cakes while we're gone, too. While we're down in Cozumel. Have one up in the pantry. I've managed to make it last for almost a year. We're going to have to cut into it at some point. Maybe we'll cut into that for Christmas.
Yeah.
Kids won't eat it, but that's okay. I hadn't seen a fruitcake in a long time back in the day. Yeah. It used to be a thing, we always thought the neighbor sent it to us because, he liked my mom and dad. But then you hear, oh, you give a fruitcake to people you don't like. So I don't know. I like fruitcake. I know Jennifer does not like it, but I like fruitcake, and I take it as a compliment when somebody gives us one.
Yeah.
So when his mom would send them out, I was looking at the recipe, and was it 15 pounds of fruitcake, made 4 of them, so it's like 3.5 pounds a piece.
Yeah, she used to say how much. She didn't complain about it, but she said the shipping on because they lived in Oregon, and that she would ship us 2 fruitcakes
Per family.
Per family.
Or kid, yeah.
And those things probably weighed 5 pounds a piece. And so, yeah, I can imagine the shipping was pretty big, because she'd make them in a regular
loaf pan.
Yeah, regular loaf pan. There's somebody new came in.
Rumdell, hi, welcome.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. We're just sitting here talking about fruitcakes and Christmas cruising. None of us have done Christmas cruising. We've only done Thanksgiving. Jennifer's done some New Year's, so we're all getting together on New Year's to see what it's like.
Yep. We'll be getting
ready
together.
to have the champagne.
We'll be getting together on the Jubilee, which is going to be exciting. We're excited about.
Yeah, I saw they had gifts in their staterooms when they got on today. I don't know if we'll have those on the next sailing or not. That'd be kind of cool. I used to get those Lifesaver in my box for Christmas so I can go look. Yeah, those were good.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking today, they had all the different nuts way back in the day. When I was little, you get different nuts like walnuts and what are those, pistachio, all this stuff. They would come in and just, you'd have that and oranges and apples and stuff like that in your stocking. It wasn't like you had to have all these gifts and candy and all that stuff, Of course, I still do all that. I don't. We have the mixed nuts. I'm not shelling. I've shelled so many pecans in my life. I'm not going to do that anymore. But got the mixed nuts and put them in my Chex Mix. So There, we got nuts for Christmas. I have a cheese tray, not smoked cheese because that's not done yet. But yeah, cowboy hats are cool. Hello, sorry. Hello. Oh, I'll suck at this. Those are pretty cool. I was looking at the books. That'd be a hardbound book, and probably going to be pictures of the Jubilee and stuff. I don't know what all's going to be on there. Be kind of cool to see what all that was. Of course, it might just be a fold out like we got when when Larry passed and we got the book and he just opens and it has the ship there just on the
Yeah.
inside.
Could be.
Yeah, but anything like that's really cool. So kind of goes back to the days of the things they used to hand out that we only heard about. She is like totally missing there. There she is. And we took the 50th anniversary cruise out of California because I kept hearing all the hype about, what they used to do and all the things that they would give you and the events and all that. So, paid a little extra to go on the 50-year anniversary cruise. And there was us and one other ship. I think it was a Miracle.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like honk, 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 honk. And I was like, okay, is this it? A little bit of music. And it was like, okay, done. I was like, all right.
Yeah, and some of the stuff that they told us they would have, they ended up canceling.
Midnight buffet and the ice carving and just all kinds of stuff. It was sad. And I thought, well, we waited too long to get into cruising. We missed all of it. I grew up watching that Love Boat and thought that was really cool and always wanted to go. And my mom was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. So she would barely go out on Dad's fishing boat. So we talked about it for years and years, and it took 25 years to convince him to, Dory, quit pushing me, to get us on a cruise, and we're still going. So haven't managed to do any major holidays yet.
Yep.
Looking forward to that.
Yep, definitely.
Love to have y'all join us in Brisbane. And
those 7-layer dips are good.
Yes.
It's actually for the 50th cruise.
The IFP pin's XT's name on it. Yeah.
Did we get the pin that we were supposed to?
Eventually. It was like the next to the last day or something. We were supposed to get lanyards too and never did get that. And I asked them about it on the next cruise and they were like, oh, we have them over there in the gift shop. Yes, you do. It's going to stay there too. Thanks. Emily, New Year's Eve in the Bahamas. Love it. Yeah, yes. I bet that would be. I mean, it's a party down there anyway all the time. So can imagine it being major holiday, especially New Year's Eve. That would be a lot of fun. Key West or something like that. Yeah. One of these days we'll make it down there before it's too late. We got to get him retired again and get me retired. Still have about 4 or 5 years before I will. I shouldn't say before I can, before I will. And then, like sailing out of Mobile. We've never sailed out of there. Got a little port sail out of park at the terminal. Well, I know there's some parking in Galveston. They're at the terminal, and then there's some across the street at the different parking garages. We've parked in the garage twice now. Mm-hmm. But the last couple of trips we've flown in, and I just.
Well, there was one or actually two that we parked at the hotel that for like $20 you could leave their car. You could leave if you were a guest there for $20, you could leave your vehicle in the parking lot for the week.
Yeah.
And so
they don't provide any security or anything.
No.
But you can park it there. And then catch a shuttle. I think that's what Jen and them are going to do.
Yeah.
Is park theirs and then Uber over to the terminal. So we haven't made that far yet. Plans. But yeah, I would, Cruise Vet, I would definitely say probably need to get a hold of somebody on that, because if there's going to be 10,000 people next weekend, they might be sold out. I don't know. Are you driving down the morning of, or because you're not that far out? I think maybe 3 hours. We're flying into Houston Hobby. And then we'll probably just rent a car there. Because why I did this, we fly out of Oklahoma City at like 6:05 and get there at 7:10 or something like that in the morning. And so we'll have Houston morning traffic. So we'll get a car probably time we get there, get our luggage and get around. I'll probably book it for 9. So we'll get our luggage and then grab a bite to eat or something before we get out of the airport so that we can turn the car in.
Yeah.
Morning of. Okay. We'll leave the house about 9:30.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Live that close.
Yeah, close enough that you can get there and not be far away, but far enough away when storms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about. We talked about driving. It just kind of depends. They said the weather is supposed to be bad this winter, but like I said, it was almost 70 yesterday. So I don't know when it's going to get bad. It'll probably be while we're gone and then not be able to fly home.
Well, it's better than missing the cruise.
Yeah, that's true. Unless I have to work. We come back on the 6th unless I have to work on the 7th. I think I'm going to have that worked out, though. So get the new guy to cover that.
Yeah. Cool.
He won't be the new guy. Well, he'll still be the new guy, but he won't be as new and should be okay. It's on a Sunday, too, so. Well, we haven't really done a lot as far as getting ready. All the packages, because I have to work Christmas Eve. Usually I'm up till 2 in the morning wrapping and then get up at 6 to start cooking. But managed to get everything done early this time since I have to work on Christmas Eve. And then I'll get home at 7 in the morning and I guess we'll start cooking. And the kids said they'll be over about 11. And then I think she said the oldest one has to leave at 2:30 to go to the next family. They have to hit a couple of different houses. And then one of the guys her husband's been friends with a long time, they're co-workers. They usually spend the evening with him. He doesn't have much family, so they spend the evening with him, and that way he's not alone Christmas, but so moving to Alabama, no. Well, what part? Have to get ready to move after we get back. Well, have you found a spot in Alabama? Are you looking? What part? I mean, it's a beautiful state. Used to have some friends out there years ago. He was kind of more north there, but man, I guess you have to start cruising out of Florida then, or fly.
They've got one in probably over close to Mobile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mobile, that's a good little area, I think.
Isn't that where Michaela was at?
No, she was in Mississippi. That's not what she called it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I can't remember what the name of it was. I can't remember the name. It was a big long name that was on the water tower out there. That's been, God, Eamon's 14. So that's been 14 years ago.
Yeah.
His daughter signed up for the Navy and did 4 years. And I guess she did the whole 4 in Mississippi, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And then came home.
Yeah. She was in the Seabees, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy equipment.
Yeah. Kentucky's pretty too.
Yeah.
Bet they beautiful Christmases up there. My sister lives there. Is it you just have the one sister, cruise vet? Tony had a big family, so I guess you'd say that it was big to me. He had 2 brothers and a sister. I just had the one brother, and
Not as big as my dad's.
yeah, that's true. That is true.
Dad's family was 8 kids total, but they lived out on a farm, so farmers usually, my understanding is that farmers usually had big families to help with all the stuff. At least that's what I was told.
That's what you're told. Yeah. And we've been through Kentucky, right? We drove through it one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
sorry. Yeah, I knew about your mom. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, that I understand. Want to be close to family. We're the only ones up here. When we moved up to Oklahoma, it was just us, and our kids were little, and my parents were 3 hours away, and then they moved, and then it was about 5. And then his parents were in Oregon with his grandparents, and after he lost his grandparents, they moved back to Texas, and they were still a good 4 hours away. So it's hard, have my cousin there in the Fort Worth area, and then his has a brother. You go either direction, and his brothers are there, but we just don't have any. And the older we get,
the fewer we get.
Yeah, the fewer. It's sad. Sorry. Squeaky doors. We had to mute for a second. Dog wanted to go back outside. Well, it's losing them that close together too, man. I'm sorry. That makes for a rough year. We lost my brother, Jen's dad, and then 6 weeks later lost my dad, her grandpa. So it was a rough year. And then we'd already lost a cousin before that, and I don't know, we had like 5 or 6 in a row that year. It was tough. So, thoughts are with you on this holiday. It's definitely going to be a little harder than the last one. Emily, we're going to have a half full for Christmas. Not a house full like we thought. All good. Yeah, they were talking last night about what was that? Home Alone, and the house that he lived in, and how much he had to have made to have a house like that and be able to take the whole family on vacation and then leave poor Kevin behind. But we had, my grandmother was a Smith, and if you know anything about them, they're huge families. And so when I was young, we'd all get together for Christmas at Granny's house, and all the men would sit in the living room and watch football and play dominoes and have a good time, and the women all sit around in the kitchen and gossip, is what the men would say. We'd be all in the kitchen gossiping, talking and cutting and cooking, and then we just all sit down and just, she had 6 kids, 5 made it, and my mom lost a brother at 18, and so her and her 4 brothers and sisters and all of the kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews, and those were fun times to have a full house and to spend time. But after my grandmother passed away when I was 15, and our family has not gotten together. I turned 56 this year, so it's been a long time since we've gotten together with family.
A senior.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, I understand. Just one foot in front of the other, and just keep going. Thankfully, she'll be there, and you'll have a great time with them. And sit around, talk about memories of childhood and the green beans that she used to not eat and things like that. It's it'll be good to have them come visit.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be around. Like I said, we're going to cancel a lot of the classes, so we're just going to be, and we'll have the the little $5 app thing probably won't be on the internet too much. We'll
Usually share a plan.
yeah, but I don't know if I got it for this one. Yeah, I think I did. I got the plan for this one. So one of us will be on and make sure that we're connected that way too. But yes, 2024, bring on the better year. Bring on, just
Hopefully it'll be a better year.
made the mistake one time saying can't get any worse, and it did. And so I haven't said that in 15, 20 years. So I don't do that anymore. So 24 is going to be a better year for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's got to be. But we'll definitely see. Definitely looking forward to seeing everybody on the cruise.
Yes. Hanging out, bringing in the new year together. I mean, what could be better?
Mm-hmm.
You know, vacation away from work, good friends, glass of champagne. That'll be fun.
Well, I think it's getting kind of late. We've been on 2 hours. So
Yeah. That's a short night, though, for us.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're going to go ahead and shut her down because we're going on 2 hours and we pretty much discussed everything that we wanted to and then some all over the place again.
No, we kept it
But
cruise-ish.
Cruise-ish, yeah.
Cruise-ish. Holiday-ish. Food and parties and drones with light shows. And it started sprinkling here earlier. It's hopefully it's not going to get too bad there. I know it was foggy earlier, but little fog's good. A lot of fog is not, Well, thanks. We were nervous.
Yeah.
It's the first one we've done completely solo, so interaction from you guys definitely helps.
Yes,
definitely.
And we do appreciate you coming in and staying with us. It's definitely helping us on our watch hours, and we're going to try to go live every Saturday at 9. And so, if any of you guys want to be part of the panel, I think my StreamYard allows me to.
I don't know about that. You have to
make it to where you can stream it out to your people and stuff like that. I think I signed up for that special when it came out, but I'll have to dig into that to figure out how that works. But we definitely love to have anybody that's wanting to go live on Saturdays with us join us.
Absolutely.
I just have a limited contact.
Got to finish the row 10 vlog from the last cruise. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see some stuff from Costa Maya too, see what people have done. And so if you have one of those, let me know. I'll get on there and stop it. I'll get on there and look around because I don't know what to do. I think Jen and them are going to stay close to the ship and Tony's going to go diving. So I have no plans for Costa Maya. But Roatan, I'm going to the monkeys and the sloths. I told them when they booked, I said, this is what I'm doing. You do you. I'm going to go see me a sloth. And so I think that was the very first thing I had booked in Roatan. So I'm excited for that. I'm like a child when I'm around monkeys. So that was a lot of fun. I did just the monkeys once before, but now we're going to do sloths too. So I'm excited. Cool. And I'll have Jen and Chloe are going to go with me. So it'll be fun to see little Chloe around all the monkeys. But I don't know. Costa Maya, what I'm going to do. I may just stay on the ship and work on that tan. Have interviews. So we get back on Saturday. I have interviews on Tuesday. I don't know if I told you that.
Nope.
So I said, I'll be sunburnt. Yeah, y'all just deal with it. Don't make me dress professionally in a suit and stuff. I'll be coming back in the middle of winter in flip-flops and a sundress because I'll be hurting. We're going to Cozumel isn't that our last stop?
Yep.
Woo! I'm going to bake like a lobster that day, so I'm already ready for that.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and close it out. If we don't see you guys and or hear from you. I hope everybody has a very safe but Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year. And
Enjoy your family and
enjoy your family and friends while you can.
love on them. Make memories.
I guess we will see y'all next time, next Saturday.
All right, Cruise Vet, Jen, we'll see you guys for New Year's. Super
Yep.
excited. I'm ready. I haven't started packing yet, but I'm ready. So, Merry Christmas and can't wait to see you for New Year's. We're going to end it because the dog's fixing to go off here.
Yeah,
so,
she's starting to get
y'all
restless.
be safe.
Y'all be safe. And again, Merry Christmas,
Merry
and a Happy
Christmas.
New Year.